Good afternoon and welcome to Hibiscus Sports Complex as we bring you this top-of-the-table clash between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Flames. Both teams coming into tonight's matchup undefeated. Southwest so far going 6 from 6 with the Flames going 4 from 4. So both teams are set to have an absolutely blinder of a game here this afternoon. And what a tough matchup it's going to be. Both teams shooting incredibly across both ends of the court. Defensive efforts down both sides as well. Really, really tough. So both teams going to need to give this game their absolute all if they're going to get themselves that undefeated streak continuing through. And to be frank, I think Southwest is going to have a bit of a tough time here tonight. They're missing, again, some of their big stars. Jade Kirasome still out, unfortunately. But again, it's all going to come down to who wants it more and who's going to be able to fight through and get all the way to the end. So just looking at some of the stats leading into this game and why this is going to be such an incredible matchup. Townsville coming into tonight's game with their 4 games. They're leading the league in field goal percentage at 48.5%. Leading the league again in 3-point percentage at 40. And then the #1 total points per game team as well at 96.5 points on average. They're also the second in the league in terms of free throw percentage at 75.6. And #2 in the league with defensive rebounds averaging 31.5 a game. Jumping down to the Southwest Metro end of the scale, we don't have a lead in any of the stats, unfortunately, but we are coming second in offensive rebounds, averaging 17.2 per game. And also total rebounds, we're coming number 2 as well, averaging 45.8 total rebounds per game, and the second in points per game at 92.8. So only just trailing to Townsville in terms of overall points, but we have had those 2 games coming up against Toowoomba, whereas Townsville has not had 2 games against them. So that did give Southwest a big boost in the points area of the game. But nonetheless, it is going to be an incredible matchup. Townsville coming in with a lot of really strong players as well. The likes of, they've got 4 players in the top 10 field goal percentage in the league as well, with Fowler, Cox, M. Carey, and Andrew all finishing in the top 10 so far. Southwest only having 1 in that field, which is Charmian Mellors. So she's also sitting in the top 10 percentage points per game as well. But I think our big secret weapon in tonight's game is going to be quite easily Seacamp. She's leading the league in steals, averaging 4.8 per game. She's the second in the league for assists as well, averaging 7 per game as well. So she really is a very, very strong defensive threat, but she's really, really good at setting up her teammates for those offensive runs as well. So it is going to be a very big team game. And one of the other things to note as well is both teams do have a very deep bench. When I was looking through the league stats, neither of these teams have a single player leading in terms of the top 10 for average minutes per game. So that means that the players are subbing through fairly regularly. No one has spent more than 35 minutes on average on the court. So both teams are very, very deep and do have a very strong lineup so that they don't have to keep burning through individual players. They can actually run a very deep bench and constantly sub through their players. And they're subbing out already very talented players with other very talented players. So straight out of the tip, Southwest is going to come down with the win. The ball ending straight in the hands of Mellors. And Southwest is going to have the first go at the basket. Willie taking the ball to the bucket straight out of the bat with the end 1 play. So she'll make 2. That foul going against number 12, which is Ainsley Walsh for Townsville. So great start there for Southwest, putting the first points on the board. And I think we're going to have to see them be that aggressive the entire game if they're going to get themselves the win overall. Just need to keep attacking the bucket, find the weaknesses in defense, and keep penetrating through those gaps. And there is nothing wrong with a play like that from Maddie Willers. She makes the end 1, intentionally driving down and causing that contact from Townsville. So Townsville holding things down nice and slow. And Townsville not able to score on that occasion, unfortunately. So 3-0, Southwest still in lead as Steph Bairstow takes a wide jumper, which is no good. Brennan going strong down the center of the court, driving through. A little bit of contact on the side there from Bairstow. Again, both teams looking aggressive and attacking straight into the direct player that's in front of them. So playing very, very smart offense and drawing the fouls early. Brennan's first is good. And second is good as well. 3-2 with just under a minute into the game. Ellsworthy for Southwest going to bring things through to start. And my apologies, I've just noticed the graphics haven't actually changed over when I saved them, so it is not the Gold Coast Rollers playing at the moment. It is the Townsville Flames. I'll get that graphic fixed up as soon as I can. As we see Mellors take a deep three. That one's no good. Bairstow with the rebound and the putback for two. Townsville, Walsh going right back at it as well, firing from deep with no good. Defensive rebound, coming down with Southwest. Southwest putting back-to-back buckets on the board as well. Another nice easy two for them. Little bit of discrepancy there as well. Townsville claiming that Matty Willie got the tap on the pass out of court. Referees not seeing it that way, going straight back and giving Southwest the bucket. Ellsworthy now just losing control on the pass there. Nicely recovered. Nat Taylor now taking a deep three. That one rattles home. Southwest on an absolutely blitzing start to this game, up 10-2. Townsville putting another two on the board as well, making it 10-4. Southwest still in the lead by 6. Mellors controls the pace for Southwest, taking things nice and slow. Ellsworthy now driving down the right-hand side, straight to the bucket. Can't quite get it to fall. Foul being called against number 6 from Townsville, Lisa Brennan. Ellsworthy goes 2 from 2 from the free throw. 12-4 the lead now for Southwest. Townsville looking aggressive straight out of the pass though. A lot of contact down low. Southwest playing nice strong D as Brennan takes a deep three. That bounces out, no good. Nice recovery there from Garben though to keep it in play. Matty Willie again taking it straight down the center of the court. Nice little roll home for 2. Townsville, deep three there from Garben. That bounces out. Willie with the defensive rebound. Nice inside look there. Mellors can't quite get to the bucket though. Kicks out to Ellsworthy, who looks to take the three and fires. A little bit too short, hitting the front of the rims. Townsville now goes on a fast break down the court. And shot there, put up by Walsh. And she'll get the and one play. So that foul will be called against Steph Bairstow. That'll be her second personal, only 3.5 minutes into the game. Walsh's free throw is good. 7-14 now the lead for Southwest, up by 7. Shooting really well early on to get a couple of quick points on the board to get this early lead. Willie's pass just not quite getting into the hands of Bairstow, but manages to recover. Shot clock rolls down to single figures as Nat Taylor goes inside to Mellors. Mellors can't quite get the handles on it. Ball knocked out of court by Townsville, and they'll have 4 seconds on the shot clock to fire. So Willie with the inbound. Steph Bairstow fighting to get a position right under the basket and puts it away for 2. Very strong offensive play from Southwest, and smart cut inside the key for Bairstow. Straight down the other end of the court, and Goodchild goes straight to the bucket for 2 as well. But Willie now on the fast break, kicks back to Bairstow, who can't handle the ball and throws it out of court. And this will be Goodchild's first season for the Townsville Flames as well, after playing a couple of really successful seasons down with Logan Thunder. Obviously trying to develop her own pathway in the Townsville WNBL system. Get a little bit more exposure, a little bit more court time. Townsville now fires away for 3, and that one finding the bottom of the net from Walsh. Southwest again just getting plagued by turnovers as Nat Taylor can't handle the ball and just turns it over. That's something that Southwest is going to have to plug. If they want to maintain their current lead, they're going to need to just keep control of the ball, slow things down a little bit, and just really look after the pill. They can't be making silly turnovers like against a strong team like Townsville. Straight back to work. Ellsworthy getting the steal for Southwest. Nat Taylor with it now, almost going coast to coast. Kicks off to Mellors, who fires. No good. Defensive rebound for Townsville. The captain, Cox, passes up to Garvin. Garvin fires from the inside. No good, though. Cox with the rebound. Out to Goodchild on the 3. Maddie Willie coming down with the defensive board. Mellors stop and pop. That one's no good. Goodchild with the defensive rebound. Very big shouts from the Southwest bench for a travel on that play. Goodchild's foot not quite sliding far enough to warrant a travel call on that occasion. Townsville goes strong back on the inside. Flip away there from Garvin. No good, but she'll get the foul call. That one going against number 9 from Southwest, Nat Taylor. And subs down both ends of the court. Lisa Brennan checking out for Townsville, subbing in Magella Carey, and Steph Bairstow checking out for Southwest, being subbed in by Kelly Page. Garvin goes 2 from 2 from the free throw line, so 14-6, the deficit now down to 2. Nat Taylor double teamed over the close side of the court here. Manages to break through, kicks out to Ellsworthy, who's fouled on her way to the bucket. And the foul going against Magella Carey, who's just subbed on. And Ellsworthy again goes 2 from 2 from the free throw line. Ellsworthy having one of the best free throw percentages in the league at the moment. Those 4 that she's got today, that'll put her 20 from 23 in the league. So shooting at just shy of 90%. So very, very strong free throw shooter is Ellsworthy. And she's good at taking it to the bucket and drawing the fouls to get herself there as well. Close to another turnover for Southwest there. That one just getting knocked into Townsville on the way out. Ellsworthy is blocked by Goodchild, who picks up the board as well. Slowing things down a little bit, though. Doesn't want to rush things too much with their 4-point deficit. Nice inside look there to Garvin, and Garvin goes straight to work on the inside and puts it away. Shot clock rolls down to single digits as Ellsworthy gets it on the baseline jumper. She fires, no luck, as Cox almost turns the ball out of court for Townsville, but it's just come off Maddie Willie. And Southwest going to go to the bench. Steph Bairstow checking back in, giving Sarah Ellsworthy a break. Andrews going to work with a nice reverse layup for 2, 18 apiece. We're now drawn. Southwest's early lead just being broken with a couple of really good offensive plays by Townsville. A couple of silly turnovers by Southwest as well that they need to try and plug. Nat Taylor no good on the long shot, but Mellors picking up the offensive rebound. Great passing around the outside as Nat Taylor fires again from the three-point land, and she rattles it home. Nat Taylor's currently number 5 in the league for three-point percentage as well. Leading into tonight's game, she was at 50%. I don't think that's going to change by the end of this one. I think that's her second from maybe 3 or 4 attempts in this game so far as well. So maintaining that high percentage. But Garvin is absolutely on fire here today for Townsville as she goes to work again on the inside. Kelly Page for Southwest now takes her three-point shot. No good, but Maddie Willie with seemingly a too easy rebound there. Townsville not getting their butts on the players and actually blocking out or even trying to stop the offensive rebound. Willie fires her own shot. Kelly Page again coming down with the O-board. Southwest really fighting for every second chance opportunity. Willie with it now with shot clock in single digits. As Bairstow goes to work on the inside. Spin, thinks she got hit, just couldn't quite get the bucket to fire. Andrews with it now for Townsville. Andrews goes for the reverse layup. Big contact there from Bairstow, and that'll be her third as well. So that's not a good position for Steph Bairstow. 3 personal fouls in the first quarter. So she's going to get checked out straight away. Sarah Ellsworthy going to check back in. And to their credit, that is very smart offensive play from Townsville as well. It's directly attacking the big girl on the inside, driving straight into Steph Bairstow and getting those fouls on her. 3 fouls this early on with one of Southwest's best bigs. She was going to be sitting for quite some time, so very smart offense from Townsville to get her out of the game. Andrews' free throws both missing, so Southwest still in the lead by a point. Ellsworthy looked to try and go to work herself, but just kicking out to Maddie Willie. Willie, again, looks to drive down the center of the court, passes out to Nat Taylor, who drives and picks up the arm check on the captain, Cox. Townsville going to go to the bench as well. Michaela Cox checking out, and number 20 checking in, Harriet Carey. Willie goes to work again on the inside. On that occasion, no good though. But again, Southwest really fun for the O-board with Mellors coming down with the offensive rebound as Willie fires away for 3 and somehow snakes it in off the glass. Straight down the other end though, Townsville going straight to work with Andrews on the inside for a nice little pop shot. 22-24 the lead for Southwest. Kelly Page kicks out, Grace Champion with it. She dishes out, but her pass is stolen. Maddie Willie not able to get there in time as Andrews goes to work. And Willie with the big foul from behind. Not too sure what Maddie Willie's complaining about on that occasion. When you make contact like that from behind, it's going to be called a foul on every single occasion. But not necessarily a bad foul either. Andrews missed 2 from 2 free throws on the last occasion, so it's not necessarily a bad opportunity to try and stop the bleed of points here. And it's the curse of the commentators as Andrews makes her first. And the second as well. Andrews back at 50%, going 2 from 4 from the free throw line. With just under a minute to go in the first quarter as Grace Champion goes to work for Southwest, firing a nice easy layup. Townsville's defense just absolutely collapsing and things going very easily there for Southwest. Townsville somehow Lisa Brennan managed to fire that pop shot away, looking very scrappy, but hey, it worked. 26 apiece. It is drawn going into the quarter time break. There's around about a 1.5 second differential between game clock and shot clock. No, that's been adjusted. There is no shot clock, so we're going to have 5 seconds to shoot. As Willie stops at the free throw line, fires one away, and it bounces out. So we will go into the quarter time break, 26 apiece. We are drawn. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with some stats with you shortly. And your QBL game of the week for the Southwest Metro Pirates, taking on the Townsville Flames. Welcome back to Hibiscus Sports Complex on your QBL top of the table clash between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Flames. Currently locked at 26 apiece going into the quarter time break. Both teams playing strong games. Townsville's big advantage at the moment is their defense, really attacking Southwest and making them take rush shots on some occasions. Southwest just turning the ball over on a few too many occasions. They're sitting on 3 turnovers, which doesn't sound like a lot, but against a team like Townsville, you really cannot afford to turn the ball over, which then leads to fast break points down the other end of the court, as we saw leading into the last 45 seconds with Matty Willie's foul on Andrew's shot. But both teams shooting very, very well, with great games coming from Townsville for Garvin and Andrews on 6 apiece. Matty Willie leading all scorers on 8 as well for Southwest, with Ellsworthy and Taylor on 6 as well. So great all-round point scoring from Southwest. As we kick things off here with Townsville bringing the ball in for the start of the quarter. They go straight to work down the far side of the court. The shot there, no good. But Townsville is going to maintain possession on that occasion, so they'll have 14 seconds on the shot clock to shoot. Good inside-outside passage of play there as the ball gets around to Cox, who fires for 3 and gets her own offensive rebound as well. Shot clock back down to single figures. This time they go inside as Garvin goes to work with a nice spin move in the left-hand step for 2. Mellors firing over the top of Andrews. That one no good. Again, picking up the offensive rebound, and again as well. Townsville really not even attempting to box out or get the defensive rebounds, unless on occasion like that where Garvin just has it land in her hands. They're really not trying to stop Southwest from getting the second chance opportunity. Southwest picks up a foul there on the turnaround as well. I believe that one went against number 14, Sarah Ellsworthy. Townsville bringing it in again now. Nice little set inside shot there from Brennan. That one's no good. And Townsville going to get called for the foul on the offensive rebound as well. That one going against Brennan. So Southwest will come down with the ball. Shot clock down to 5 seconds for Southwest as Willie's forced to fire a top of the key three. That one's no good, but Emily Kate Parker can't quite pull down the offensive rebound, but the tap will go off Townsville for the out-of-bounds play, so the ball will end back with Southwest as Townsville goes to the bench, subbing out number 6, Brennan. And checking in number 13, Magella Carey. And now Taylor now fires away, can't quite get the ball, but again, Southwest pulling the offensive rebound. Emily Kate Parker not able to control the pass off though, with Cox getting the steal. Mila Goodchild with it now. She kicks inside for a very good cut from Carey, but just can't quite get her hands on it and turns it over out of bounds. Maddie Willie's pass there stolen as Garvin gets the steal and the nice easy fast break down the far end of the court as well for 2. And those are the kind of turnovers that I was talking about at the start of the quarter. You cannot afford to turn the ball over on an occasion like that because it leads directly to 2 easy points for Townsville. Nice set passage of play on the out of bounds there. Mellors just not able to find the bottom of the net off the pass. And Southwest again just turning the ball over on that occasion as well. They just need to settle themselves down a little bit. They're only down by 4 points, so it's not exactly like they're a long way behind or anything like that. They just need to control the ball, then to slow things down, settle, and look at the kind of passes that they're making. Because at the moment, they're bleeding points on silly turnovers like that, and it passes to strongly defended players. Townsville, on the other hand, does exactly the same thing right there as Walsh turns it over. Maddie Willie not able to get the fast break opportunity, but kicks over. Mellors with it now, finding Steph Bairstow on the inside, but that pass stolen by Garvin. Michaela Cox with it now, going strong down, and she passes off, but too strong from Harriet Carey. Pulling the offensive rebound though, but stolen by Bairstow as they decide to slow things down, which I think is exactly what Southwest needs to do. They're just starting to rush things a little bit too much and turning the ball over on occasions that they really don't want to be losing possession. And Nat Taylor, nice turnaround jump shot for 2. That looked like clockwork for her. The lead down to 2 for Townsville. Southwest finding their way back into the game. The shot clock kicks down to single digits as Goodchild goes to the left and fires away. Garvin with the offensive putback, no good. And they'll get the ball back on the out-of-bounds passage of play as well. And that was way too easy there for Townsville. Straight off the inbound play as Harriet Carey goes to work. Southwest defense just falling apart a little bit, but great offense from Townsville as well to open up that position on the inside and get the easy bucket. Steph Bairstow turns around straight away and fires. And once again, it seems like a common theme. Southwest pulling a lot of offensive boards in this game, really working hard to get the second chance opportunity. Sarah Ellsworthy tries to fire the finger roll on the left. No good, but she will pick up the foul. That one going against Harriet Carey. And that'll be her first. Ellsworthy again hitting from the free throw line. Missing the second, so she goes 5 from 6 from the free throw line. Garvin slows things down just over halfway for Townsville. Shot clock to single digits as Cox goes strong straight at Maddie Willie and fires away, but a little bit too short. Southwest coming down with a defensive rebound as Mellors goes straight to work on the inside, but picks up the offensive foul. Charging straight into the chest of, I believe, Andrews. Coach Cheney not happy with the call, but by all definitions of the rule, the offensive foul was called on the ground. She was not in the air. Therefore, the no charge semicircle does not actually apply on that instance. But we do have a timeout on the floor. It is 32-29. Townsville Flames up by 3. So we're going to take a quick break as well. But we'll be back with more action for you shortly, presented by Panagos Productions. And we're back with you live from Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's 32-29, Townsville Flames leading the Southwest Metro Pirates by 3. But a really well-fought game on both ends, and both teams just needing to clean up their turnover count a little bit at this moment in time. If you want my call for the game, that's what it's going to come down to. Both teams shooting really, really strong from the field, having great shooting percentages. Southwest total points percentage from the field at the moment is sitting at 32. Townsville's at 44. So shooting relatively well for both teams, but turnovers is what is going to do it. Townsville sitting on 7. Southwest sitting on 8. So both teams just turning the ball over a little bit too much. And as always, I love the points from turnover count. And at the moment, Townsville's capitalized 7 points from turnovers off Southwest. And that's what really makes the difference as we see Goodchild fire away a big 3 from the left-hand corner. She extends the lead out to 6 for Townsville. As this uptight press causes a bit of trouble for Southwest, just managing to break it. Steph Bairstow fires a 3 of her own and rattles it home. Lead back down to 3 in the battle of the three-point shot as Garvin decides to take a 3 of her own. That one short and no good, but Mila Goodchild comes up with an offensive rebound. Garvin now going to the inside, spinning left and right. Kicks out to Goodchild on the 3 as she fires too short. But can't come down with the rebound as it gets hit into Goodchild's leg. And that is hopefully going to get overturned by the referees because that very clearly got hit down into Mila Goodchild's knee. And they are going to turn it over again. So Southwest will pick up the ball on the baseline. The referee obviously just trying to gain position there, and Darryl just couldn't quite see where it came off. But good overrule there by Kalia. Southwest, great inbound passage of play as Bairstow goes straight to work and is fouled on the inside shot. That call going against Garvin. And that'll be her first personal foul as well. Subs going both ways now as well. Kelly Page checking back in for Southwest. Maddie Willie checking out. And number 20 for Townsville checking out, which is Harriet Carey, being replaced by number 31, Rebecca Vanderjack, for the first time in this game. Steph Bairstow goes 2 from 2 from the free throw line, taking the lead back down to 1 for Townsville. Pass inside to Garvin, just managing to make it there as Cox takes the ball directly at Nat Taylor. Dishes out to Mila Goodchild, who files for 3. Southwest again, just a little bit of miscommunication there, turning the ball over. Ellsworthy hoping to get the ball to Nat Taylor, who just wasn't looking. And Southwest just needing to clean up those turnovers. They're not working in their favor. Townsville now with an opportunity to extend their lead back out. Cox goes inside to Garvin. Garvin is spinning baseline and comes through, fires away. Ball not finding the bottom of the net. That foul, I believe, will go against Nat Taylor. And that'll be her second personal for Southwest. And Garvin gets her free throws in, so lead back out to 3 points for Townsville. Just over 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter as another turnover almost imminent for Southwest. Nat Taylor doing a good job to keep her hands on the ball as Ellsworthy sits with it and kicks over to an open Kelly Page. Nice shot fake and really great offensive play there from Nat Taylor on the cut inside. Just not able to capitalize and fouling on that occasion as well. Sorry, that was Charmian Mellors, not Nat Taylor. Nice inside drive there from Michaela Cox with a little floater for 2. Lead extended out to 5 for Townsville. Southwest needing to find an answer to stop this lead. Kelly Page, corner 3 is no good. Ellsworthy fighting hard for the rebound, but just knocking it out of bounds. She thought it came off Andrews, but the ball's going to remain in the hand of Townsville as Charmian Mellors checks out. Maddie Willie, the captain, checking back in for Southwest. Ball settles in the hand with the captain, Michaela Cox, with just over 5 seconds on the shot clock as they fire on the inside, but they can't quite find it there. Vanderjack shot just a little bit short. Maddie Willie fakes for the 3, drives center. Nice little drive on the inside for 2. Lead back down to 3. Maddie Willie all over the court today, playing a really great game of basketball. Those were her 10th points, putting her being the only player in double digits for Southwest. And after a little bit of confusion, there is going to be a timeout on the floor. Coach Cheney not happy with what he sees, so they're going to take a break, and we're going to have one as well. But we'll be back shortly with more of this live QBL Round 6 game between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Flames. And we're back live at Hibiscus Sports Complex for the QBL game of the week between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Flames. It's 39-36. Townsville just managing to maintain the lead that they have over Southwest. As Michaela Cox gets on the free throw line for 2 shots. Southwest Metro in 5 team fouls. These will be Cox's first 2 free throws of the game as well. She misses the first. And the second as well. Steph Bairstow coming down with the defensive board for Southwest. There's just over 2 minutes to go with a 3-point deficit for Southwest. Great hands there from Mila Goodchild, getting the steal from Kelly Page. That'll be Southwest's 10th turnover in the game so far. A little bit too high for one half of basketball, as an offensive foul is called off the ball against Townsville. That one going against number 31, so that'll be going against Vanderjack. As Southwest goes to the bench, checking in Amanda Beatson for the first time. Steph Bairstow checking out. Kelly Page with it for Southwest as the shot clock ticks down to just almost single digits as Maddie Willie fires a hot three and gets nothing but net. She takes the game back to 39 apiece, and there's a timeout on the court, this time for Townsville, so we'll take another break as well. We'll be back with you shortly with more live QBL action presented by Panagos Productions. And we're back with you here from Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's 39 apiece with just over a minute and a half to go in the second quarter. And we predicted it to be a damn good game from the get-go, and it's been absolutely that. The top of the table clash, Southwest coming into this game with 6 out of 6 wins. Townsville 4 out of 4. It was always going to be a tough game, and it's proving to be exactly that. Both teams playing a very strong offensive game and shooting really well from the field. The big thing is going to come down to those turnovers and who can actually plug the gap, because Southwest at the moment, they're turning the ball over at a rate that's not going to help them win this game, especially when Townsville has a higher shooting percentage than they do at the moment. They're shooting from 54% from the field. So if Southwest are going to turn the ball over, there's a 50% chance that Townsville is going to capitalize. So shot clock comes down into single digits here. Cox needs to get something working for Townsville. They go inside to Garbin. Garbin spins around, fires out. Long drop there is no good. Southwest coming down with a defensive rebound in the hands of Nat Taylor, but turnover straight away with Mila Goodchild getting the steal. And a foul being called against the captain, Maddie Willie, for Southwest. And that'll put them on the line for 2. Mila Goodchild will be shooting. Mila Goodchild goes 1 from 2 from the free throw line, so they get the 1-point lead. Just over a minute to go in this second quarter. Townsville pressing up tight. Maddie Willie just managing to break it. Ellsworthy with a nice little catch there. Shot clock rolls down into single figures. Willie just loses control of the ball as she goes up to fire, hitting the bottom of the rim. Townsville with a chance to extend their lead into the halftime break as Andrews just hits the center of Ellsworthy, who gets the steal and turns it over for Southwest. Beatson kicks it to Maddie Willie. Maddie Willie needs to get stuff working here. They're down to single digits on the shot clock as Kelly Page just dances around the keyway and gets herself inside but can't capitalize on the shot. And a very silly foul there as well from Kelly Page as well. She missed the layup, turned around and fouled straight away. We're going to walk all the way down the other end of the floor for Townsville to take 2 free throws. I know I've said this a few times tonight already, but both teams, if they're going to want to get the win in this game, they can't let little opportunities like that pass them by. With 22 seconds to go in the game, you're in team fouls. The last thing you want to be doing is missing a layup, turning around and fouling Townsville and sending them all the way down the other end of the court to put in 2 free throws and extend the lead out to 3. This is a game that's going to come down to the wire, and something like that is going to cost you. But it is 15 seconds to go. Southwest is going to have the last opportunity to fire. Maddie Willie with it. We're down to single digits. Is Southwest able to make something work? Willie kicks open to an open Nat Taylor, who's wide for 3. Her shot no good. So we go into the halftime break. It is 42-39. The Townsville Flames leading by 3 over Southwest. We just need to start controlling the ball a little bit better, not turning it over anywhere near as much as what they are, and just controlling their possessions. So we're going into the break. We'll take a quick rest as well, but we'll come back with a couple of minutes to go with some stats and a couple of updates as well. But we'll be with you shortly to continue this live top-of-the-table clash between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Flames, presented to you by Panagos Productions. And we're back with you here live at Hibiscus Sports Complex for this top-of-the-table clash between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Flames. It is 42-39, Townsville just maintaining a 3-point lead over Southwest Metro, which, considering the conditions of the Southwest team at the moment as well, being 3 of their stronger players down, having lost Natalie, sorry, I'm trying to think who it is now. So we've got Seacamp out, she's away with national commitments. Jade Kirasome also away, and with Kalani Purcell still overseas as well. So Southwest still down 3 of its stronger players in the team as well, but holding themselves to within 3 points to arguably one of the top teams in the league as well. Hence why both these teams have gone undefeated so far in this league. But Southwest is doing a very, very good job to maintain their position against Townsville, having missing some of their strong players. Maddie Willie has really come out firing on all cylinders for Southwest. She's shooting 100% from the free throw line, 55% from the field with 13 points total. Steph Bairstow on 9 and Nat Taylor on 8. Looking down to the Townsville side of things, Garvin leading all scorers on 12. Followed up by Andrews, Cox and Walsh, all scoring 5 points as well. So points being very well shared around the team. As Southwest get the ball to start the game with, as Ellsworthy shot no good, a little bit soft on the front. It looks like she took a bit of a blow to the face as well on receiving that pass. So it'll be Townsville's opportunity to score the first points of the quarter. Shot clock down to single figures as the captain Cox kicks out to Garvin. 3 seconds go on the shot clock. She drives inside, but a little bit too short. Offensive rebound to Brennan, and she gets the putback. Bairstow with it now for Southwest. 44-39, 5 points of difference. Southwest needing to go to work early in this second half. Shot clock rolls down to 5 seconds. Ball kicked out to Nat Taylor. Nice 3-point shot fake. Kicks over to Mellors. Mellors fires for 2, but a little bit too strong. Ellsworthy just fighting to get the ball from Cox there. A little bit of contact caused, and she'll pick up the foul. That's only her second foul, so not too much of a concern for Ellsworthy at this stage. Maddie Willie, the only player, Steph Bairstow and Charmian Mellors both on 3 fouls apiece, so both in a bit of a position of concern coming into the second half for Southwest. No one really in any point of worry for Townsville. Brennan the only player with 2 fouls, everyone else on 1 or 0. As Garvin's turnaround jumper bounces out and Steph Bairstow fumbles the rebound. Cox fires and offensive rebound to Brennan. So Townsville really coming out in this second half and just really doing a lot of damage to Southwest early on. They're fighting for the offensive rebounds and just capitalizing on every single one of Southwest's mistakes. Another misscoring opportunity there as Kelly Page comes down with the rebound. Maddie Willie's pass almost stolen, but Kelly Page managing to maintain. As Nat Taylor fires a long 3, the points will count. We've got an off-the-ball foul called on the inside as well. So there'll be an off-ball foul called against Charmian Mellors as she came in to try and get the rebound. Heavy contact caused. 3-point bucket still counts. So we're down to a 2-point deficit. 44-42, Townsville just maintaining their lead. No one out on Garvin as she just steps up comfortably to the 3-point line and fires away. A little bit of miscommunication from Southwest defense. No one getting out on her to stop the shot. Willie, nice up pass. Can't quite capitalize. Nat Taylor's shot on the inside missing. As Cox fires away a corner 3. That one rattling home as well. Townsville extending their lead, 47-42. Southwest not happy with what they see. Sorry, 50-42. Lead out to 8. Points hadn't gone up on the board on my end here. But Southwest has called a timeout, so we're going to take a quick break as well. We'll be back with you shortly for more live QBL action presented by Panagos Productions. And we're back with you here live from Hibiscus Sports Complex for the top of the table clash between the Townsville Flames and the Southwest Metro Pirates. Townsville's come out firing on all cylinders in this second half, extending their lead out to 8 points. Southwest defense just collapsing a little bit of miscommunication, causing them to not step up on three-point shooters that have had a nice, easy opportunity. Townsville capitalizing on every single possible shot. So Southwest going to need to work on their offense. It's a great outside pass there to Willie, wide open on the side. Kicks across court, but again, just risky passage of play as she turns the ball over, but ends up getting it back. Nat Taylor fighting to get the ball. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Ellsworthy fires a rush jumper. That one too short and no good. Townsville coming down with a defensive rebound. The captain with it for Townsville as the shot clock rolls down to single digits. Southwest defense relatively good on this passage of play as well, taking them right down to the last second. As Brennan takes a rushed right-hand hook shot, which is no good. And Maddie Willie coming down with the rebound for Southwest. Willie going the whole way herself with a left-hand finger roll, putting it away for 2 points and picking up the foul as well. That one going against Ainsley Walsh. It'll be Walsh's second personal foul. One of only 2 players from Townsville with 2 personal fouls. Everyone else only on 1 or 0. So Townsville in a very strong position. No one in any kind of foul trouble, which is exactly where they want to be, especially leading into what is going to be a very tight second half of basketball. So Willie not able to put the free throw away. So the lead still remains at 6 as Townsville gets offensive rebound after offensive rebound. And Garvin is going to just step up for another nice, easy three-point shot as Southwest defense collapses on the rebound and no one gets out and puts a hand in her face. Garvin has been having an absolutely blinder of a game. That three-point shot will put her up to, I believe, 15 points, shooting a very, very high percentage as well. Shooting from just over 40% from the field, 100% from the free throw line, and I think 50% from 3 as well. So lead is sitting at 9 points for Townsville. Southwest with it now. As Nat Taylor's pass is stolen and almost stolen back again from Walsh. Maddie Willie, good defense there. Really good defense there on Garvin, I should say, more than anything. And a good steal from Bairstow as well. So Southwest just starting to put a couple of passages of play together, but definitely needing to score. As Ellsworthy with a nice right-hand finger roll finds the bottom of the net for 2. Really needing to find another stop here now if they're going to want to get themselves back in this game as well. They need to start stringing together a couple of points after points, but Garvin's going to fire another open three-point shot. Can't quite get it to fall, and that foul on the rebound is going to get called against Sarah Ellsworthy. That'll be her 3rd, if I am correct. Yes, it will be. So Southwest now with 3 players on 3 personal fouls. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. So Southwest, 14 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to need to string some strong defense together, get the stop, and get the ball down the other end to put some points on the ball. Only trailing by 7. But that'll now make it 9 with a nice little stop jump shot there from Magella Carey. Bairstow stepping up to three-point land and just rattling one straight through the bottom of the net for 3. Lead back down to 6, but again, Southwest going to need to go to work and get a stop passage of play here. And ideally, not let Garvin take open shots. She's been firing on all cylinders and having a really strong game. They need to try and find an answer to that and to stop her from scoring as Walsh, again, walks into the center of the keyway and fires one home for 2. Good up-court pass there from Willie. Nat Taylor just unable to get the handles on, and the spin move inside, no good, unfortunately. Strong defense from Townsville stopping that one. Mueller Goodchild going to work on the inside, finding the bottom of the net, and a foul called against Maddie Willie. That'll be the captain's 2nd personal foul. Might need to change that to 3 personal fouls. The stat sheet in front of me is showing 2. The score bench has just held up the 3 personal fouls. So Willie might also be on 3. So not a good position for Southwest to be on if Willie, Bairstow and Mellors are all on 3 fouls each. That's not a good position to be in. But as Grace Champion steps out for a wide 2 down their end of the court, that one no good. Walsh coming down with the defensive board. Lead is extended for Townsville into the double digits after Mila Goodchild made the bucket and the free throw. And they're going to work again on the inside as Walsh hands off to Garvin, who goes to work on the inside. Kicks out to Walsh. She fires. No good. Offensive rebound and put back. Garvin going to work on the inside, but she'll pick up an over-the-back foul. And Southwest getting a little bit lucky on that occasion, not able to get a defensive rebound and turning 3 offensive rebounds on for Townsville. Southwest managing to break the full court press by Townsville as Steph Bairstow goes to work on the inside, loses sight of the basket and fires it way to the right, not hitting the ring at all. And a turnover and a little bit of miscommunication there from Townsville, so the Southwest will get another opportunity. It's been a couple of passages of play since they've put some points on the board. Really needing to get to work down here now and getting some buckets. So they're going to find themselves in a lot of trouble in this third quarter as Townsville continues to extend their lead. So the ball settles in the hand of the captain, Willie, as they slow things down and try and make something work. Grace Champion going strong to the left and kicking out to the captain. Willie driving left, firing across court to Grace Champion, who drives left, finger rolls right. Can't find the bottom of the net, but she will get the foul as well. And that one going against number 10 for Townsville, so the foul getting picked up by Mila Goodchild. So Grace Champion goes 1 from 2 from the free throw line. Lead still in the double digits for Townsville, sitting 10 points ahead of Southwest. Carey with it now, turns it over as Nat Taylor gets the good strong steal. Going to work on the inside, driving straight into Cox and firing one away for 2. Southwest finding exactly what they needed, which is a little bit of offensive aggression. Maddie Willie, great tight defense there on Garvin, getting the steal. Kelly Page recovering as Grace Champion goes to work on the inside as well. Scoring a 2-point layup on the inside. The lead back down to 8 for Townsville. Sorry, 6 even for Townsville. They're going to take a timeout. They're not happy with what they see on the court, so we're going to take a quick break as well. But we'll be back with you shortly with more live Round 5 action presented by Panagos Productions. Yeah. And we're back here live at Hibiscus Sports Complex as we continue to bring you the top of the table clash in the QBL Women's 2018 season. It is the Townsville Flames taking on the Southwest Metro Pirates, and it's a 6-point game. It's 60-54. So Townsville currently in the lead by 6, playing a very aggressive offensive game, but Southwest has just managed to get a 5-point stop as well. So they're really starting to capitalize and finding some offensive pull together, I guess. But Townsville with it now as well. 6 points the lead. They've got the opportunity to score, and it does seem as though we do have a live stats issue as well, guys. I see Coach Foster in particular watching all the way up in the top at Townsville. Yes, there does appear to be a live stats issue here in the stadium, unfortunately. So if you are looking on live stats, don't trust what you see. There is a bit of an issue, unfortunately. The games aren't getting updated. We'll try and give you as much information here live as we can, so stay tuned. We'll see what we can bring for you. The Southwest pulled together a nice little stop there on Townsville, so they've got the opportunity to continue breaking this lead from Townsville as Grace Champion goes to work and fires a floater. No good on that occasion, though. 6 points remaining the lead. Andrews with it now for Townsville as she drives, kicks out to Cox, who dishes down to Goodchild, who fires for 3. Bounces out as Michaela Cox, nice little shot fake there to fake out Kelly Page. Page coming down with the defensive rebound. A little bit of a scramble for the ball down on the floor, ending in a jump ball, favoring Townsville, so they'll get the ball back with 21 on the shot clock. Nice tight defense there from Nat Taylor, kicking the ball out of Michaela Cox's hand. So shot clock rolls down to 15 seconds. As Garvin, again, they just leave her wide open and let her fire. She couldn't make it work on that occasion. But Southwest defense on Garvin needs to tighten up. She's their top point scorer at the moment and doing a really strong job as Sarah Ellsworthy comes down Southwest ends and put one away. Only 4 points to lead now for Townsville. Southwest really making it work in this last 5 in the third quarter. There's just over 30 seconds to go in the third quarter here. 4 points the difference. Townsville with an opportunity to extend their lead. As Michaela Cox fakes left, steps just over the line and fires a very long 2. Southwest going to have the last shot of the game. There's 15 seconds remaining on the game clock. Maddie Willie, very tight defense there from Mila Goodchild as well. Just got the hand on the side as Willie drives strong, fires and can't get it to go home. As Mila Goodchild with the last shot of the game. Can't get it away in time, but Maddie Willie has gone down after that shot, holding her knee, looking like she's in a lot of pain. So not good signs for the captain from Southwest. But that is three-quarter time. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll keep an eye on what's going on with Willie, and we'll let you know what's going on there. It seems as though she's got a bit of a hamstring issue. But we'll take a break, and we'll be back with you shortly and keep you updated about what's going on. It is 62-56. The Townsville Flames in the lead by 6. Live from Hibiscus Sports Complex, presented by Panagos Productions. And we're back with you here live from Hibiscus Sports Complex as we continue to bring you the top of the table clash between the Southwest Metro Pirates and the Townsville Flames. Maddie Willie has gone down quite rough on her knee or hamstring by the looks of it, unfortunately, and quite a little bit of pain. There did seem to be a little bit, like quite a lot of redness on just underneath her left knee as she was getting carried off the court. So it is very unlikely that we'll see her back by the end of the game. But I'll try and get an update before the end just to let you all know how she's going. But unfortunately, it doesn't look good for her just at the moment. So Southwest is down by 6. Let's see what they can do without their captain on the floor. And it is disappointing because Maddie Willie was the leading scorer for Southwest on 15 points. Not too far behind her, though, is Nat Taylor on 13 and Steph Bairstow on 12. Sarah Ellsworthy on 11. So doing a really great job all round is Southwest. But let's see how they can go without their captain as Steph Bairstow goes straight to work. But jumping down the other end of the court as well. Just to give you a couple of quick stats for Townsville. They are well and truly being led to victory by Darcy Garvin, who scored 20 points, one of only 2 players for Townsville in double digits, followed by the captain, Michaela Cox, on 10. Lead extended out to 8 after that bucket there from Townsville, so 64-56. As Ellsworthy goes to the bucket, just gets tripped up there. That foul possibly going, it is, against number 6, so that'll go against Lisa Brennan. That'll be her 3rd personal foul. Ellsworthy goes 2 from 2. That puts her on 7 from 8 free throws. Having a really good game from the free throw line and always working hard to put herself there as well. So the lead back down again to 6 points as Garvin goes to work on the inside, faking out Steph Bairstow and getting 2 points. Straight to work down the other end of the court is Grace Champion as she fires a left-hand finger roll for 2. Great work from the youngster for Southwest. Her first season here as well after moving across from the Capitals. Very good inside passage of play there from Townsville, finding the cutting Andrews open right under the bucket for 2. Bairstow, long 2-point shot from the top of the key. Garvin coming over the top of Kelly Page to pull the defensive rebound. Inside pass to Garvin, couldn't quite get to the fingertips. She spins left though, her shot blocked by Steph Bairstow. Taylor coming down with the defensive rebound. So 8 points of difference. Southwest gonna go to work as Kelly Page spins through, kicks out to Steph Bairstow on the 3, who fires and a little bit too short. And Page again turning around, getting the foul on the changeover as well, just reaching across and grabbing the hands. That'll be her 2nd personal foul. Townsville with it again. Andrews fires twice, getting the putback and off her own offensive rebound for 2. Lead extended out to double digits. It's 10 points the lead for Townsville. As Michaela Cox picks up the personal foul, defending a little bit closely on the right-hand hip of Ellsworthy. That'll be the captain's 2nd personal foul, so no major concerns there for her. As Kelly Page checks out for Southwest, Charmian Mellors checking back in. Champion kicks down into the corner for Ellsworthy. Shot clock rolling down to 15 seconds as Bairstow fakes the jump shot, passes off to Mellors, drives to the center of the keyway and fires home a nice little pop shot for 2. Again, great inside passage of play there from Townsville. Garvin just unable to capitalize, but a really good pass coming from number 12, which is Walsh. Southwest with another opportunity as Champion fires away a 3, but that one a little bit too strong and bouncing out. A foul called on the rebound going against number 5, Charmian Mellors, and that'll be her 5th personal foul as well, so she'll be checked out of the game. Very unfortunate foul they called on Charmian Mellors. She was having a really, really great game, and it was a tough foul call as well on the rebound. Both players trying to fight for the board. So Mellors will check out of the game. Shooting 0 from 8 from the field as well, so having a bit of a tough night was Charmian Mellors. She does have 6 rebounds and 1 assist. As we come back to the floor, Townsville going straight to work as Andrews fires away a deep 3. Bairstow with the defensive rebound. Tough defense on both sides from Cox and from Brennan, getting the steal and the turnover from Bairstow. As Cox fakes out Grace Champion, drives left and dishes off to Vanderjack, who loses control out of bounds. Townsville going to call the subs, checking out Brennan, and Miller Goodchild going to check back in. There is 6.5 minutes to go. 8 points the lead for the Townsville Flames. Full court press from Townsville is easily broken as Ellsworthy passes over to Bairstow. Have plenty of time on the shot clock as well, but Grace Champion not wanting to waste any of it, fires a 3. Offensive rebound for Ellsworthy. 6 seconds on the shot clock now for Southwest. Nat Taylor with it as she drives in. Kicks out to Parker, who fires a long 2. That one no good. Ellsworthy with the offensive board. A really good save out of bounds as well. Picking it up and throwing it out to Bairstow, who dishes off to Ellsworthy. Champion hands down to Parker. Parker fires away at 2. Looked a little bit too strong, but it rattles itself away for 2 points. 6 points now the lead, but Southwest defense crumbling a little bit on the right-hand side of the court here. Cox with it. Long 3-point shot. Hits nothing but net over the hands of Ellsworthy. Lead back out to 9. Ball just knocked out of the hands of Parker there. Southwest going to maintain possession as Garvin checks back in for Townsville and Brennan checks out. Ellsworthy finds an open Champion at the top of the key, drives left and dishes off. Shot clock rolls down to single digits as Champion again fakes up, drives left and fires, but can't find the back of the rim. Grace Champion have a bit of a tough night on the shooting percentage here today. Normally she shoots really, really strong, but she's missed her last handful, so she's only shooting around about 30% from the field. As Townsville fire another deep shot as well. That one bouncing out. Champion pulling the defensive rebound, but turns it over straight away to Garvin, who puts it home for 2, taking the lead out to 11. So back into double digits as Coach Cheney not happy with what he sees, so he calls a timeout. We're going to take a break as well, but we'll be back with you shortly with more QBL action presented by Panagos Productions. And we're back with you here live at Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's 75-64. Townsville just starting to extend their lead over the Pirates. It was only a 3-point deficit going into the three-quarter time break. It's now up to 11. Southwest starting to struggle a little bit without their captain on the court. Not able to string a couple of offensive passages of play together to get some much-needed points on the board. But it is not over yet. There's 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter here, and the girls have plenty of time to get themselves back into it. But they're going to have to fight through a very tough Townsville defense. It's a great screen there set by Parker as Bairstow drives strong through the center of the keyway, drawing the foul on Michaela Cox. So she'll pick that one up. That'll be her third, I believe. And Bairstow will go to the line for 2. Kelly Page checking back in for Southwest. Grace Champion checking out. Bairstow goes 1 from 2 from the free throw line. That'll be 3 from 4 from the game tonight, so she'll sit on 75%. The lead still in double digits as Mila Goodchild is wide open on the far wing but can't find the bottom of the net. And Townsville unable to save the offensive rebound as well, so Kelly Page looking a little bit guilty almost, as though she may have touched it, but Southwest will get the ball back. I think I'm getting a little bit too excitable on the call. The score bench is just smacking me because I'm in their way leaning forward and they can't see what's going on. Steph Bairstow fires a deep top of the key 3, which is no good. Rebound there by Walsh for Townsville. Goodchild with it with a nice around the back pass as she dishes down to the far corner. Walsh firing away a 3. So lead extended out to 13 now. Southwest in a little bit of trouble if they can't string some offense together. Nice kick down there to Bairstow. Bairstow fires for 2, a little bit too strong and bounces out. Brennan pulling a defensive rebound for Townsville. And they're just going to settle things down and take their time. They're in a very commanding 13-point lead position. As Walsh again decides to step up to the 3-point line. This one too far to the left and a little bit short. Ellsworthy tripping herself up, but nice little handoff there to Parker. Parker's shot too soft. And Garvin again going to work on the inside as she fires the reverse for 2. Lead out to 15 now for Townsville. I don't want to put the nail on the coffin too early, but it is not looking good for Southwest at the moment. Just struggling to put any points on the board as Ellsworthy steps up to a desperate 3. Can't quite find it. Kelly Page decides to take a 3 of her own, and that one also too strong. Well, Southwest offense just collapsing a little bit. They're in a desperate position, and they know it. They're just firing rush 3s with a little bit of too much time left on the shot clock. They should be taking their time, playing some offense, looking for easy buckets. They can't afford to be taking rush 3-point shots. Garvin goes to the left-hand hook shot and fails. But they pull the offensive board. They're back on single digits as Michaela Cox steps up to the 3. No good on that occasion as well, but Brennan goes straight to work getting the offensive rebound and a foul on the putback. That one going against Steph Bairstow, so that'll be her 4th personal foul. And Coach Cheney goes to the bench calling a timeout, so we're going to take a break as well. It is 80-65. Townsville in a very commanding lead with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. So we'll take a break, but be back shortly with more live QBL action presented by Panagos Productions. And we're back with you here live from Hibiscus Sports Complex as we bring you the last 2 and a bit minutes from the Townsville Flames versus Southwest Metro Pirates in the top of the table clash. As Brennan steps up to the free throw line, we'll just take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It looks like out at Logan, the North Gold Coast Seahawks are just leading the home team 89-83. And the Rockhampton Cyclones 48 are just trailing behind the Mackay Meteorettes on 55. And the Brisbane Capitals versus USC Rip ended with a 79-70 lead over in favour of the Brisbane Capitals. So it's 82-65, a 17-point lead now after Brennan made both those free throws. Southwest in a desperate position as Bairstow drives strong inside and fires away a layup. Gets the rebound and the putback also blocked as well, so not finding any luck. Southwest all seeming a little bit frustrated with themselves at the moment, just unable to string any offense together successfully. As Mila Goodchild hands off to Brennan as she goes strong with a left-hand finger roll. Bounces out but gets her own rebound. Garvin's shot is blocked by Ellsworthy and rebounded by Amanda Beatson. With just under a minute and a half to go. Ellsworthy driving strong, finding the bottom of the net with the left-hand finger roll and drawing the foul from Brennan. Sorry, that foul will go against Michaela Cox, and that'll be her 4th personal foul as well for Townsville. Ellsworthy finding the bottom of the net for the free throw as well and going to work straight away, almost getting the steal against Michaela Cox. There is 1:15 to go in the 4th quarter here. It's pretty much all but over with a 14-point lead for Townsville. Really just slowing things down and taking their time as Garvin hands off to Cox and gets it back on the inside, kicks over, but the pass gets a fingertip on it. Andrews goes to work, but the ball's knocked out of bounds by Nat Taylor as we have a 24-second violation in error. We're going to get 1 second back on the shot clock. So Townsville are going to have 1 to fire. So just getting the shot clock reset back down to 1 second. So Townsville going to need to get themselves to work fast. There's a little bit of pushing and shoving inside between Michaela Cox and Sarah Ellsworthy. Ball got passed in straight away onto the back of Amanda Beatson, but ends up out of bounds anyway. So Southwest gets the ball back again. Under a minute to go here. It's still a 14-point lead for the Townsville Flames. Southwest is going to see the rest of the game through, try and get a couple of extra points on the board, but the game is all but over. As Bairstow goes inside, finding a cutting Nat Taylor for the 2 points. Getting the lead back down to 12. Townsville going to take a timeout, so we'll take one as well. We'll be back with you shortly with more live QBL action presented by Panagos Productions. Can't. And we're back with you here live from the Pirate Ship at Hibiscus Sports Complex. It's 82-70 with 39 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Townsville going to bring in the ball for probably the last time in the game for them, and they will comfortably go home with the win here today. Southwest playing nice uptight defense, though, not letting them get away with it easily. Mila Goodchild just jumps in front of the pass thinking that the ball was going to her and turns it over out of bounds. There's going to be a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock for the last play of the game. Kelly Page on the deep three, fires away and can't quite get it to fall there. Townsville's going to get another look after all. Captain Michaela Cox settles down with the ball. But they're just going to hold it for the last play. They're just going to let the time run out with 5 seconds to go. Townsville getting themselves the victory after a very, very well-fought game. And it looked like it was going to be a little bit closer than that coming into the three-quarter time break. But Southwest really having a little bit of difficulties there with Maddie Willie not able to play the last quarter with that injury. We'll try and find out what's going on with her and how she's feeling. We'll try and get you an update at the start of the men's game as to see how she's going. But Southwest in a little bit of a tough position there, 82-70 going down. Let me try and get my hands on some stats for you because unfortunately Live Stats is still down with some internet connection issues here in the stadium. But a very, very well-fought game from the Townsville Flames. Just goes to show why they are the top of the table team at the moment, and they go 5-5 undefeated after beating the second place, also undefeated team in Southwest. But at the end of the game, their shooting percentage was just one step better than where Southwest was. And Southwest's offense just crumbling a little bit in the fourth quarter, and the passes not quite going where they need to be. So let me get my hands on some stats, and I'll run you through some last-minute plays.
I think that we started working again, didn't we? Yeah.
Oh, as the stats come online, just as the game rolls up, I'll actually just read through some stats now. So Live Stats is back online, but the Southwest Metro Pirates ending the game. Maddie Willie ended up on 16 points and a total of 6 rebounds as well. Nat Taylor led all scorers on the Southwest with 18, not quite getting a double-double with 9 rebounds, 8 of those defensive, so really working hard down the far end of the court. Sarah Ellsworthy on 13 points, Steph Bairstow on 11. Only 14 turnovers in the total game. So after me saying at halftime that Southwest needs to control the ball a little bit better and not turn it over, they only had 4 turnovers in the second half. Much, much better than what they were doing early on in the game. But jumping down to the Townsville Flames, I think it goes without saying that Darcy Garvin was, in my eyes, easily the MVP of the game, scoring a total of 26 points and 14 rebounds. So having a double-double. So really, really strong game from her. Closely followed in terms of performance coming out of Michaela Cox, who also had a really great game. Couldn't quite get a double-double on the line for her. She had 13 points and 9 rebounds. And Hayley Andrews also playing a really good game on the inside. She got 12 points, 4 rebounds, and a couple of assists as well, playing a very strong game. So that is where we land. It was a 12-point lead for the Townsville Flames, 82-70 over your Southwest Metro Pirates. But don't go anywhere. Stick around and make sure you watch the men's game because this is going to be another tight clash. There are only one place separates them on the ladder. They're sitting right behind each other, so it's going to be a great game. Captain Vines is back out on the court now as well for Southwest, so that's going to make a world of difference for them. So stay tuned and check out the men's game. The stream will be online shortly. My name's been Regan Baker. I'll do a big shout out to Jacob helping me out on the camera. I'm Joel Baker on the production panel for me. So stick around. We'll bring you the men's game in just under 20 minutes. Thanks for watching, and this has been presented by Panagos Productions.